guys, welcome back to Tech with TJ. Today I have a review for you over the Insta Link 2 webcam. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the unboxing. As you can see from my video here, as we unbox it, you can get the webcam and the base. Here's what kind of the base looks like. It's kind of the hinge part. As you can see, very basic, but I guess it does detach. Not many cameras detaches like that. Then you got the little manual book over here, which I'll show you guys too. It just has a QR code for their app and things like that. That's about it. Then here's the actual camera itself. As you can see, it does, have the tilt and adjust and all that stuff, which we'll talk about later. Then you get this long USB-C cord, and if you don't have that, it also comes with a USB adapter that I forgot to show. But anyways, that's the unboxing. Alright guys, so now I'm just going to talk about kind of the features and setting it up. So setting it up, if you want to do a bare basic kind of setup, is just, plugging it in using that USB-C cord. But to kind of get full advantage of all the features that it has, you have to download the Insta Link control app, which you can see kind of up on top there. And this is kind of what it looks like, and I just wanted to run through some of the things that I saw with this app, and yeah, just kind of like the features. So it's kind of starting from just over here in this corner. You kind of see that you got the view, so you can manually turn this, whichever direction you want. You got AI features with this camera, which I'm gonna go over later when I turn it on and everything to show you, because it's very cool, and I think that a lot of people will be able to use that. So here in effects, I keep everything on auto. I got this camera, of course, for YouTube filming, and it's kind of a high-end webcam, but not where you need to know a lot about cameras, because I do not at all. I have little to no experience, leaning more on the no experience when it comes to cameras. So I'm gonna leave all this on auto. I don't even know what this means. So if you guys know, let me know down in the comments and say, hey, you might want to adjust this way or something like that. Give me some suggestions. So here's your brightness, contrast, all that stuff. Like I said, I've left this all on auto. Now this webcam also has HDR, and so if that's something that you're looking for, it's there. Like I said, this is kind of just the default for everything and what I used. It has as you can see, you can save a color preset. So if you know what you're doing, you can save multiple color presets and have, whatever for one for meetings, YouTube, and then streaming or something like that. Now the background here, I found this to be kind of not that good, to be honest with you. So I'll kind of show you. So here's kind of like the blur effect. As you can see, it's not good. I don't really like it. Now I guess it is real strong, but still, as you can see, it's kind of cutting off some of my hair, my ear. It's around my shirt, it's kind of fine, I guess, but it's really around my head. I don't like it. I wanted to show that. And then here's kind of what like an office kind of setting would look like. As you can see, it kind of does the same thing. I don't know, it's not that good. Like I said, I don't like it. So now that we're here, the makeup is not supported in 4K mode. I guess I forgot to mention that too. So the whole point of this camera is the 4K, which you can see down here. The max frame rate is 30, but I believe that YouTube is capped out at 30 frames no matter what. So, that shouldn't be that big of a problem. And if you need, I guess, something more than that, then you're definitely not looking at a webcam. But it has a makeup mode, but it's not supported in the 4K, as you can see. But, that's not really made for me at all. And then it has different filters down here, which I'll go through a couple just to show you. So after it unfreezes, the portrait mode, it's very bright at first. I guess it kind of adjusts based on that. I actually don't mind this one. It looks pretty natural. Let's do the vintage. So yeah, I mean, it kind of gives it that yellow tint that kind of makes it look like a vintage kind of movie. That's kind of cool. And then one called Neon, and I don't really tell a difference between the two. I guess I don't know. You guys let me know if you see a difference. Kind of looking around my screen here, so sorry if I'm not like looking directly at the camera. um, yeah, so let's turn off the filter here. All right, so let's over here. Here's your gesture controls. I turned off the whiteboard because I don't have a whiteboard, but this lets you do the AI tracking and things like that. You can flip the horizontal flip, vertical flip, smart adjustment. You know, I mean, I think you guys can read. I don't know why I'm reading all these out, but yeah. So this will let you do that. Um, so now let's go back into just right here. You have AI tracking with this camera. So what I'll do now is kind of just show you guys if I move this way, it's going to track me, or if I move back over here, it's going to track me. And the tracking on it is really good. I really like it. Then what you can do too, as you saw in this section, so you can hold up like this, I believe. I've gotten it to work sometimes. You can zoom in this way, or if you hold it down, you can zoom back out. And let's say that, you don't need the AI tracking or none of that. You can hold up like a high five and it should, stop tracking. So now when I move this way, or if I move this way, it's not going to track me. So I thought that was pretty neat, especially for the price. Now I believe the price is $200 for this camera, but I got it on sale for $150 at Best Buy. So if you have a Best Buy near you, or you're on Amazon, I would say look for it in that 150 range because it's been down there before. Now, unless you really need it, then you can pay the full price, but I wouldn't. Um, so yeah, that's probably about it with the features on this camera. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is test the camera quality between this one and my other webcam, the Logitech C920. The audio might sound a little different. That's because I'm going to use both microphones that are built into the webcam. So this is what the Link 2 sounds like. It's not edited or nothing. It's just me talking to the webcam. This is what it sounds like, and this is what it looks like. So hopefully this one will sound and look a lot better than the C920. All right, so this is what the C920 looks like. This is how it sounds from from its microphone. It's unedited, of course. Same thing as the Link 2 camera. The only difference is this one can only go to 1080p. I don't know. That's a big deal for anyone, but that is something to keep in mind. Is that this one is capped at 1080p 30 frames. So like I said, though, this camera is also $50. Hopefully you guys can tell a difference. I do notice that maybe you guys can tell from the both cameras is the field of view is a bit wider on the Link 2. I like that a lot. But other than that, yeah, this is just kind of what the camera looks like. All right, so now that we've done that, I kind of want to just do my final thoughts and maybe some pros and cons, things like that. So to get started, the pros with this, I really like this webcam a lot. I think that it's good for the price, especially if you're someone like me who's just getting started into YouTube and isn't uh isn't fully invested to where you need a full camera setup and all the fancy stuff that all the big YouTubers have. Uh, I think that it's perfect for someone who's like me. Um, and if you just want a high quality webcam, of course, for Zoom calls or whatever, this will definitely work. Uh, the cons of this, I think the cons really come into the app itself. Nothing really with this camera. So as you guys saw, I wish the background blur and things like that were a lot better. Um, the AI tracking on this is really good, but I believe it could be a little better. Of course, it worked fine during the video for my for the gestures. Sometimes it doesn't recognize those, uh, and so you're kind of left, just looking dumb while you're holding up, different hand signs to your camera. So I wish it worked a little more smoothly. Um, that's probably about it, honestly, with the cons and in the pros. I mean, it's a good webcam. It's it's 4K, has all the newest and features, things like that. It's got AI built into it, so I mean, this camera will definitely last you a long time. But yeah, but like I said, if you need something basic though, I mean, I do recommend the C920. As you guys saw from the video test, I can definitely see a difference, hear a difference with the microphones, but it's comes down to your price range. If you want something that'll, last you a lot longer and something that you can just buy once and pretty much forget for the next, I would say probably 10, 15 years, I would get the Link 2. If you just want something that'll work and you don't need the AI features or none of the 4K features or anything like that, then the C920 will definitely be a good option for you. Um Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that might be it for the pros and cons. Looking at my notes here to see if I had anything written down. No, yeah, that's about it. I covered all what I thought about it. So I would say I would recommend the Link 2 if you have the money for it. I think it's definitely a better webcam. Uh, like I said, it has all those features, and I'm sure that as time goes on, they'll update and keep this camera to work even more smoothly. Like I said, I think its biggest limitation right now is its app, and that's something that can always be updated because the camera itself works perfectly fine. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today. Please hit subscribe, leave down a comment below on which one you would choose and why. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.